Hi everyone, how are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Um, Happy new day. So, this is the mug that I wanted for today. And on the inside it says, let your spirit free. Let your spirit run free. Now, I'm not promoting just willy-nilly. I love old phrases. Okay. Anyway, but you know what? Horses have always symbolized to me freedom. Freedom of spirit, uh, freedom from restraints, freedom from, and that can be in your mind, that can be in the body, that can be whatever it is for you. So, and I know I still sound very nasally, but I am definitely better. So let's see where this takes us. I feel like this is going to feature prominently into this reading today, and this is a general reading, so please be aware of that. It is a general reading. Please do not try to make the information apply to your life or situation. If part of it resonates, boom, you'll know it. Otherwise, let it go and let somebody else pick it up, okay? Okay, let's go. And yet again, the cards I thought I would pick up are not the ones I'm being directed toward. So I am going to follow the nudge. I'm going to follow what Spirit says and points me to, because they know more than I do. Okay, yet again, I'm going to do my opening it's kind of a prayer, I guess. Everything is a prayer. Everything you say is a prayer. Every word you utter, if you have meaning, if you truly, it's based on your intentions. Prayer fulfillment, I believe, is based on intention, and if it's what's in your best interest right now. Because when you ask the divine to step in and intervene in your life in all areas, it's sort of like a parent who intervenes for a child. The child might not really know what's best for them. They just know what they want right then. But you know what? That's not always what they really need or what they will want later on. So, as Spirit is, as Mother, Father, God, however you want to refer to the all that is, the creator of all things, if you want to refer to them or see them as a parent, then, and that is entirely up to you if you want to or not. We do embody aspects of the divine, even in this earthly and flawed existence. We are part of the divine is part of us. But if you want to see this as a parent who nurtures and guides us, because when we are in our human incarnation, no matter how much we think we know, we are still basically like infants. We are in our infancy. So I just try to remember that. I try. Anyway, so, Mother and Father God, all that is, Spirit guides and guardians, I call to you to come into this space and into this reading. Guide and use me as your vessel for your messages, for the greater good, for the collective. Help us to understand all that needs to be felt and known. Thank you. So I'm using the Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott. Immediately, and that's why I'm thinking, ooh, we're going to get some tough love, straight messages here, because just straight up messages, because I was leaning towards one of the more gentle decks today. No, apparently not. Okay. Apparently there's a whole lot to say. Huh. Okay. Let's see what we got. We'll get them in the right order here. All right. Move things around. Oh. Okay, and then this, and then this. Ooh. All right, so we start out uncertain, it looks like. But then we move into some strength and power. That's a wonderful thing. All right, I'm just going to show you this. I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to ask Spirit to intervene, because I don't want to guess. I don't want to second guess. I don't want to just interpret on face value. I want Spirit to step in, okay? First, we've got the Nine of Swords. And then we've got the Three of Wands. And then we have the Hermit. Major Arcana, and then we have the Hierophant, Major Arcana, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so they want me to pull a card from another deck. I'm seeing a small deck in my head, but which? This one. Yes? No? Huh. This one? Yes. Okay. Took a minute to get there. This is the Vice Versa Tarot, and before they give me messages about this first group of cards, they want me to pull a card from the Vice Versa Tarot to help clarify whatever's going on. I have a feeling this is going to set the tone for the whole reading. Okay. The one that kind of slid out, it's the back side of the Ace of Wands. This would be the front. So this is the back. It almost is reminiscent of a tower, even though it's the Ace of Wands. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there needs to be another one, though. What is the message for the collective to tie this reading together, please? Oh, there we go. All right. All right. Huh. Okay, so this is the Queen of Wands, and this is what came out. But she came out this way. So we're looking at the back of the card. We're looking at the back of the throne of the Queen of Wands. I know those are vines, but at first glance, when I first saw it, I thought, those are snakes. It looks like a tangle of snakes. So, I understand. Thank you. Okay. Let me start out by saying, whomever this is for, you will overcome. You will stand in your awareness of spiritually what is coming from a place of good intentions, because I feel like there's someone who may not have the best of intentions for you. Someone may try to thwart anything good that you're doing because they are petty and jealous. However, when I first saw this, I was like, what is that? Dark night of the soul or something? Or somebody can't sleep? What's going on? And I thought it was an evolution of moving from that to the Hermit, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Pentacles. But it isn't. And that's why they wanted me to pull these other two cards. The person going through this, the Ace of Wands that's been struck by lightning. Watch out. You got a lightning strike coming. It's almost reminiscent of a tower. And whomever this Queen of Wands is, who is sitting on a throne of lies. She feels like a queen, but she's not. She's going to show herself for what she is very soon. That person is the same person that these two cards belong to, that's connected to someone in the collective. I don't feel like it's one of you. I don't feel like this is someone in the collective. I feel like this is someone around one of you or around someone you know. So if there's someone that you care about, I feel like that there is someone that this is speaking about. And I feel like in this instance, I feel like it is a feminine energy. So it's either going to be a very effeminate person or it's going to be a female. Okay, now, I'm also hearing niece or nephew. So somehow that's going to play a role in this. Okay. I don't know how, but I'm hearing it and they're not giving me more than that. So I'm just going to, I don't know, a niece or nephew. Okay. But this is the person And I don't feel like it's a young person. I feel like it is an older female that's being deceptive and sitting on a throne of lies, and someone who is about to, that's a big comeuppance. They're gonna reap what they're sowing pretty darn soon. Uh, they're going to be seen. It's almost like I'm seeing a mask getting ripped off. Okay, so they can only hide the real self for very long. Because when you look at the front of this card, it looks very respectable, looks very happy, looks like someone in their authority and their power, a queen. That's what she's sitting on. And I know, again, I know it's supposed to be vines, I'm pretty sure, but that looks like a tangle of snakes. You can't hide that from the world and only show them this for very long. So there is always an opportunity for growth, rehabilitation, whatever needs to happen to turn someone's life around. But if they choose not to, they choose not to. All right. So that person is not resting well. That person is, what I'm hearing is they are being eaten alive by your success or your wellness. And they can't stand it. They watch you and they spy on you, which is kind of creepy. Okay? We're just going to call it like it is. It's a little creepy. All right. Now, that person, don't worry about. You have nothing to worry about. They're not going to physically harm you. And again, this is a general reading. If you feel like you are physically in danger, please get help. Please call authorities, okay? And this may not be your reading at all right? So if you are in the collective and you resonate with some of this, this feels more like sort of a Machiavellian kind of, it feels more Machiavellian, which is basically intrigue and trying to sabotage someone who's glad if there's a falter or a trip up or an infirmity of some kind, okay? That will come back to hurt them. Those snakes are eventually going to wrap around that throne and attack the host. That's what that means. You've got nothing to worry about. Now, these last three cards, I feel like that's you, that the part of the collective that this resonates with, okay? So the part of the collective who is watching, don't worry about all that. Don't put energy into it. Don't put thought into it. Don't give it strength and don't give it power. Don't even utter, if you know who this is, don't utter the name. It gives that individual, or it could be even a group of people, it gives them strength. So just visualize them in a little box. You close the lid, you toss it away, and it's not for you to worry about ever again. And they're showing me something that is a very good practice to visualize. You don't have to leave your home, but visualize standing on a riverbank with a very swift current in the water. And one by one, from your heart or from your palms or from all of you, breathe it out, push it out, and just release any emotion, any negativity, any situation that is not serving your greater good or you feel like is bringing you down. You're not polluting the water. The water is part of Mother Earth, and all of that can absorb it, take it away from you, and transmute it into something that will be healing for others or for the world around it. Energy is energy, so it's going to change that energy. Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, all that is, will take your cares and your worries and push them further down the stream or the river away from you, okay? So it's a flowing body of water, and you toss them in, and it's gone. And it will never come across it will never come in front of you again, okay? And it will be transmuted. It's kind of like, this is a funny example, but this is what I'm saying. It's kind of like to make decaf coffee. Sometimes the way they decaffeinate it is to run it through filters, and sometimes it's running it through, the old-fashioned way was, I forgot how it was. It was like it would filter it through different granular material, or even if they're purifying water, very often it will be purified through sand or rock, and it will go through filter after filter after filter, or carbon or something like that. It's the same thing. The energy and the awareness of what is bringing you down that you want to release and put into that flowing river, moving away from you, will go through that process until it is refined and turned into something that will feed. Who knows? Maybe it will feed the aquatic life. That's what they're showing me, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to wish anyone harm. You don't have to hurt anyone. You don't have to build up barriers. You just have to hold your hands up to the light and say, cleanse me, heal me, make me whole, and protect me, and know that it's done. Okay. So for those of you in the collective that this will apply to, the Hermit card. You have been doing a lot of reflection and work. From what I'm gathering from this, am I on the right track? Okay. Help me out, Spirit, if I'm not. Okay. You are not walking up the mountain, you're coming down. You are coming out of hibernation. You are coming out of the self-reflection, the self-doubt. You are coming into a place of your own with an incredible amount of spiritual knowledge. You are coming out of that internal cave. You have been isolating yourself, trying to understand who you are, what you want, what you need. And you are coming out into the light very strong with a tremendous amount of spiritual knowledge. So much so that all those little petty machinations from whomever this queen on her snake throne is. No, and I'm not disparaging snakes. Very often they're spirit carriers and they have all kinds of good connotations too. However, in this instance, it's just a cluster. Okay? Now, your spiritual knowledge, what I'm getting is that it has caused your life to change, perhaps in some pretty significant ways. You have let some things go. You have brought other things in. You may have had some loss. But you have gained so much wisdom and strength. And what you choose to do with it is still being formulated. The image they're giving me, if this helps to make sense of it, it's like you've been in a chrysalis. You've been the caterpillar in the chrysalis, in the cocoon, all this time. But you're emerging with wings, and you are ready to fly. Just like a horse can run, and it's at its best when it's running. And I don't mean for a race for someone else, somebody beating the crap out of it. I mean freedom. That doesn't mean being on your own. That just means not being tethered to old ways of thinking. So, this Hierophant is you, with all sorts of emerging new ideas and wisdom. The Hierophant represents your butterfly wings unfurling and unfolding. And that is a beautiful thing. And then that leads us to the Ace of Pentacles. This is not a tower moment. This ace is kind of a tower moment, and that's for the person who still hasn't done their work, who still is spying this feminine energy that is sitting on a tangle of snakes. And I'm like, shoot, you just asking to be bitten. Okay. Now, for you, you have an Ace of Pentacles. This is the best. All the aces usually are very lucky cards. They're wonderful cards when they're like this. Beautiful, pristine, the hand coming out of the cloud. You are getting ready to be given the gift from the divine of abundance in all ways. All you have to do is be willing to receive and willing to accept. Use your discernment. Always look at something and ask, is this good for me? Is this not good for me? And get spirit involved. But when you are ready to allow yourself to receive, truly receive, you are getting ready to be given the gift of abundance in all ways and in all areas of your life. So even though you feel like there's someone who doesn't have your best intentions at heart, and you've been feeling this for a little bit, maybe, well, you're right. But you know what else? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Don't give it the time of day. Two of Pentacles. You don't have to juggle this. You don't have to. That person is juggling it. That person is, I feel like, almost going through some kind of mental chaos or almost mental illness. Whereas you are the Six of Wands. You are getting ready to step into your victory. And all because you're just trying to be you and do what's right. And I think that's wonderful. All right, and I'm getting the message for someone. You will know very soon whether or not you are in the situation that is right for you or not. Whether it's work, romance, friendship, okay? You are going to get the answer very soon and very quickly whether this is the right place for you to be and the right group, person, situation for you to be in, or if it's one that you need to find another outlet, okay? But that information is going to start coming to you really quickly because you have spent so much time as the hermit in the cave, developing, growing, asking why, you know? Sometimes we don't always get the answer to why, but we are shown a new door and we are shown a way to thrive. And you will thrive. All right, anything else, Spirit? Okay, you want me to use this. This is the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards by Izzy Ivy. She's the artist that made the, oh, okay. This one just opened straight up in the middle, okay? I mean, just the deck opened up, boom, just like that. So I'm gonna, they want me to do one the other way too, though. Okay. Is there a second message, please? Is there a second message for the collective today? Is there a second message for the collective today? Is there a second message for the collective today? Okay, get these back in the box, please. Okay. Yeah. All right, I gotta get my glasses out. I didn't think about that ahead of time. All right. Okay. Okay. So the first one, of course, it has cat on it. This one's called the Portal Keeper. Okay, and I talk about the gateway to the other side because that's what Spirit told me it was called, the gateway. Portals are, you know, very different types of things. Because I was calling it a portal, and they were like, no, portals are different. This is a gateway. The gateway to the other side. The light to the other side. Some people call it the tunnel or the whatever, you know. But you don't always see a tunnel. Sometimes, boom, you're just there. So, but this one is Portal Keeper. Portals are gateways. Portals are, let's say, entry and exit ways to other layers of reality. The gateway is just the gateway to the other side, the gateway to all that is, what people would refer to in their contemporary view as heaven, nirvana, Valhalla, whatever. Portals or gateways are entry and exit points to other layers of reality. They can be accessed through inner practices or externally in places such as the planet's vortices. And those are like big jumbo giant kind of portals. Gently explore the edges of your existence. Spend time listening in the forest, deepen your meditation practice, dance yourself into ecstasy, explore psychic tools, and study new healing modalities. The healing modalities is a big one with nature. If you feel, and water keeps coming up. Okay. If you feel lacking in purpose or life seems a little mundane, remember there is never a reason to be bored. What we experience with our physical senses is just the tip of the iceberg. Magic exists wherever you care to find it. Look between the lines to limitless discovery. Okay. This is a little trippy. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of stuff in there that could be a little trippy. And don't worry about a portal. Don't worry about a gateway. Don't worry about a vortices. Don't worry about all that stuff. Here's what I want you to think of when you think of this card and what it's asking you to do. Find, or not find, remember. Remember who you are as an infinite being. Remember that your soul is not finite. And when you walk outside into the natural world, because this, for me, feels like there's a big connection to the natural world. It doesn't matter if it's winter where you are or summer where you are or whatever it is. Okay? Find a piece of nature. Find a bit of nature. It could be a twig. It could be a pine cone. It could be a flower, whatever it is. A little bit of water, even out of your tap at home, you know. Open a window long enough to get a little bit of breeze in your face. Feel the sunlight just for a second or two. That's all you need. Connect with things that are bigger than yourself. That's the message. Connect with things bigger than yourself, and it will help you to remember just how immense and vast your soul really is. Tap into your sacred self, your higher self. Tap into that. All the little petty maneuverings and gossipy stuff will mean absolutely nothing, and you will see it for what it is when you remember that you are as vast as the wind. You don't see a tangible wind, but you see, or air, but we would die without it. And you see the effects of how powerful it can be. Your immensity is beyond comprehension. I think the closest we get is when we are in nature. Yeah, there's something about that is yet fully discovered or understood. And I'm getting like heat rising up off my back now. And that has nothing to do with me or my temperature or my lack of hormones. Okay, let's look at the other one. Gotta kind of cover her up. She needs a little bathing suit top, according to the channel people, I think. But this one is Journey to Wholeness. Love from a sense of wholeness. Oh, that's beautiful. Please remember, and we all do it, when you look through the lens of your own pain, agony, dysfunction, and past hurts, all you do is shortchange everyone and everything around you and hold them to a standard that they may not deserve. Do that with yourself too. We may have concepts of others that are not really who they are. Oh, what I just said. Due to subconscious projections or ideals. Ooh, what I just said. We could have the idea that we will feel better about ourselves when we achieve a goal or status. Yeah, always seeking. This takes us out of the present and puts conditions on love and self-worth, you know. Hold the vision that you and others are already perfect, because everyone is. It's just some of the stupid stuff they do in between as humans. Thus, we can heal through the transformative power of acceptance, acknowledge the full spectrum, and bring any fractured parts back to the present moment. Here we are whole and empowered to step into the brightest versions of ourselves. Man, that is fantastic. All right, that also sounds reminiscent of an energy retrieval, because that's what you're doing during an energy retrieval. So that might be another good thing to do as well, which I believe I will be doing today. Sorry. All right. Now, I know this is getting really long, but, oh gosh, but I'm feeling one last card needs to be pulled, and it's from the Quantum Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. Yeah. All right, so this is the last card. Okay, this one did not want to release from my hand. Taking steps. This card is it's divided in, the suits for this card would be intentions, people, events, and I don't know what the other one is, and spirit. So the card intention from the intention suit of taking steps. Get ready. Oh, wow. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody's getting a good message. Get ready. Things are getting ready to move extremely quickly. They're asking me, what are you doing? That was your card. Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't know. You said one. You really meant it. Hands off. Something is getting ready to move really quickly. You're getting ready to take steps in a new direction, or you're getting ready to push further into a direction you've already been pointed toward. You are getting ready to elevate your life. You are getting ready to move really quickly. Okay, this is really specific. These are really specific messages. For a group of you, it's going to be apply for the job. Don't overthink it, and don't second guess it. Just apply. You don't have to say yes. For someone else, accept the money. Okay, hey. So someone is getting, it's not a ton. It's not like you can like retire or quit your job or anything, but you are getting ready to receive a certain amount of money from someone for something. So they're saying be gracious and accept it, because that is unlocking a door toward receiving and accepting. Now, you're not going and looking, you're not asking. Someone's just going to come up and say, hey, would you like bump it up, whatever? Say yes and thank you and be grateful, because that's going to open up a door and unlock a door for further monetary help. Okay? Man, good for you. So stop saying no. All right. Anyway, accept with gratitude is the message. All right. Next. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Open your heart to love. And truly open your heart to love. Truly mean it. Know that you are deserving, and other people are deserving of being able to give. And you are deserving of being able to receive, and vice versa. Ooh, these are all good steps. Okay, they're not even dealing with like the negative ones about recovery and this, that, and the other, or people who are like the person in the first part of the card. You know, it's like they're not ready to hear it, so they're not dealing with that. They're dealing with the people who are ready to hear it. So these are the positive messages for those who are getting ready to take next steps. I think that's the issue with the others, is that they're not willing to take steps. Okay. All right. I think that's it. Well, that is an excellent way to, well, kind of start the week. It's still kind of the start of the week. You know, it's not really midweek until Wednesday, so kind of a start. All right. Thank you for being here. With the greatest love and gratitude, I thank you. And eventually my voice will stop sounding like I'm chewing on gravel. I promise. All right. Be well. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye.